Hi, air signs. How are you? I hope you guys are holding up well right now. We're almost to another month. We've almost made it another month. So that is definitely something to be thankful for. If you have already seen my fire signs video that was uploaded first, you may be aware of what I'm doing. So I apologize if I'm repeating myself here. But I have been called to do something a little bit different for the monthly forecast energy update by element. We have just entered into Pluto retrograde, and that is the first planet that has been retrograde in several weeks. It feels like months. Um, it's definitely about shadow work. It is about digging deep. It's about karmic cycles, lessons, just emotional patterns, things that are no longer serving you and things that need to be healed. So, given the nature of this spread, I encourage you to look at possibly view all the videos because, as a collective, as human beings in general, we all have certain things within us that we need to heal. And many times there are overlapping issues, childhood wounds, patterns, things that we develop. It certainly isn't limited to just only air signs or fire signs have certain experiences. Okay, so but we're just going to see what messages want to come out. Let's see. Before I forget, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Light Seers Tarot. We're going to pull a spread, ask Spirit what pattern is kind of repeating itself here. The fire sign one was very powerful, so I'm thinking for you guys it's going to be the same way. When we go over to Vimeo, there's an extended video that is going to be about 20 to 22 minutes long, and it is $7.77. If this one is resonating for you, then I encourage you to join me over on Vimeo because that is a very cheap rate, much cheaper than getting a personal reading from me if I'm tapping into your energy right now. We're going to pull the Mermaid Oracle, or I'm sorry, the Mermaid Tarot over there. Both of these decks are a little bit darker sometimes with some of the images, and they're really good about dealing with karma and emotional patterns and things like that. It proved very well in the Fire Signs video. We're definitely going to dive into Oracle cards over there. We might look into past lives if that feels appropriate. Just healing yourself cards, surrender cards, and I'm also going to finish up the reading with a Sacred Power reading card. I feel like that kind of, to end on a lighter note, these cards are absolutely beautiful. So that's what we're going to do. I encourage you also to look at all aspects of your natal chart if you've not done that. This is obviously, targeted. Most of you, if you're watching it, you're an air sun sign, but you might have water or fire, for example, that is your moon or rising or Venus or other aspects of your chart might be heavy in another element. So those messages might resonate too. Also, the crystals that are excellent for shadow work, labradorite. You probably cannot see it in the lighting here. My lighting is not fabulous right now as it's getting dark outside. But this is absolutely beautiful. It's great for shadow work. Shungite is stuck emotional patterns, especially in a pyramid form. I've been drawn to that. So that tells me that there's definitely some stuff I need to work through. Came out in the fire sign video for sure. Obsidian, this is raw obsidian. It's not usually an expensive crystal to get, so get your hands on this literally if you can. Check Amazon. I've had luck with Apache Tears on Amazon, which is a subset of obsidian. So without further ado, we're going to pull the spread for air signs, all right? Skies, Ascendant Masters. We're going to ask Spirit, what emotional pattern, what karmic cycle, what do air signs need to work on during this Pluto retrograde? Yeah, that's it right there. It's really funny that some of the cards that are coming out in these major arcanas. I mean, it's the fire signs video was crazy. All right. Yeah. All right. think what we have happening here is there's either an imbalance. This could go two different ways here. The fire assignment was pretty obvious. I feel like there's just an imbalance here. And it could be between the masculine and feminine energies. I feel like you're wanting to be stable, successful yourself, right? And having the confidence to do that, I think is where maybe you're lacking. This also could be about bringing in a partner who is stable and solid, but I'm getting more so, yeah, okay, this was coming through. We don't really have any cups here, okay? So there's a lot of pentacles. And so I feel like you have a couple of different options in your life, and you're staying stuck. You're stuck in the daily grind, is kind of what I'm getting. You have the potential to have it all. I feel like you're kind of just sitting on your throne, right? You've got the King of Pentacles here, which is the king that, talks about stability, finances, just having everything together. But there's a lack of confidence here. Six of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. There's a lack of confidence and feeling like venturing away from this masculine, and again, you don't have to be a masculine watching this, but you might be in a masculine oriented career, okay? Lawyer, manager of some sort, an industry, a factory, something like that. And maybe you're doing well at it, okay? You're sitting back, you've got, you're reaping your money, but what I'm getting is it's not fulfilling your soul. It's not, you're very much stuck in your masculine side, and there's a draw to spirit because we have the Queen of Pentacles here, which I know she's the feminine counterpart here, right? But again, we don't have cups, but it's like the feminine energy in whatever the situation is out of balance. And I love this picture because doesn't this queen, I mean, she just looks like if like Mother Earth was a person, she kind of looks like her. She's just so like free spirited and just relaxed. She looks like she would like smell amazing and have like all kinds of cool oils and just like know how to do like shamanic medicine and just like, right? That's the vibe you're getting. This dude, he's sitting back in his office with all his books and he's holding his money. And I'm getting that there's this cycle of wanting more, and maybe, having the passion, having the drive, feeling that what you want is more, what you want more, but not believing and having the confidence that it can be successful. I feel like you have two paths to take right now, and you're being drawn in to the one, but you keep kind of staying stuck, right? You have Two of Wands here, going forward, looking out to the future. It's like, which direction am I going to go? It's kind of like setting this intention. And it's interesting too, because the Two of Wands, it's like in this deck, she's she's holding the one wand and like looking out forward, but ignoring the other option that's there. Okay. So what I'm getting here too is that, the world is here. That we got the wheel and the fire signs video, and now we have the world. That is about, it's the last of the major arcana. It's about closing out cycles. And the cycle that needs to be closed here is staying stuck in a situation that isn't your true you. You're not speaking your truth. You're not living your true soul, what your soul wants. So you're staying stuck, Hangman. Staying stuck, bending over backwards, literally, to, please, like, the corporate, maybe it's the corporate environment, um, just to earn those pinnacles. And, the truth of the matter is you have all these ideas, you have all these things that are drawing you, right? Look at how beautiful this Page of Swords is in this deck. She is looking at a book and she has all these light bulbs, all these ideas, and they're trying to pull her away. It's like she's staying stuck in this one path, right? Just like here, holding onto this wand with the globe and just all the stuff right here, the tangible stuff. Staying stuck. This wand is here. Just like this, the light bulbs, the birds, like all of this stuff is like, no, we're trying to pull you up. We're trying to lift you out of this lower vibration. But she's staying here, staying stuck. So I'm getting that that's the cycle that needs to end. I feel like if this is resonating, you're a slave to the grind. You're a slave to the daily grind. That's what I keep getting. You want to be more like her. You want to be more balanced, more in tune to earth, more in tune to your soul self. And you ultimately, you want the sun. You want to be happy. This is an absolutely beautiful card. But what I'm getting is, this passion and this fire within you. You still have this fear because it would be such a drastic change to take this different path, to turn around, to walk away. But the cycle, this Hanged Man, that's the cycle that you're being called to end, to choose this different path. Now, we are going to look into this more in the extended and see what comes out. Again, I don't see any cups here, so I'm getting up, very strong indication that it's just something where your soul is not, you're not living in your authentic soul truth, and you're just staying stuck. You're staying stuck in something that's not fulfilling you. And what's really interesting to me is the bottom of the deck. We had the Devil followed by the Hierophant. You guys, I mean, come on. These are two major arcana as well. We also had the Sun as a major arcana, the World, the Hanged Man. These are some powerful, and the fire signs too. They had a lot of major arcana. So this is like some urgent energy that you've got to be, this is about shadow, but it's also, which I think the shadow is probably fear, fear of change, fear of failure, just fear of failure, like not letting, not surrendering, not letting go, control, like having control, and money. It could just be about, just not greed, but the sense of just, you might be really lucrative at what you're doing. And so your soul's calling you to do something else. And you're like, I don't want to, walk away from that. So we're going to explore that a little bit. But I think this is more of a pattern. Sometimes the patterns often are tied to a shadow. But this might just be more of a calling of what, something that you need to do with your soul. And let's tap into like the fear of why you maybe don't have this confidence. Okay. So we're going to look at that extended, but again, we've got the Devil, and it's like it's like a slave to the grind. I mean, this card, and look at this, he's like a puppet on a string. When like your soul is calling you to do this, your soul is calling you to slow down, stop, smell the roses, and go within and take the spiritual path. Choose the spiritual path forward, which is currently being ignored in this Hanged Man energy. So again, this is very powerful because again, I'm not suggesting somebody quit a job, somebody walk away, from something, but your soul, for this message, for whoever this is resonating, your soul is calling you to do something. So um, and to find a balance. Again, this isn't necessarily walking away from a job. I mean, look at me. As of now, I am balancing, my career, which is very demanding. It's a masculine career, a very much pentacle oriented, analytical career versus, I have my business. Um, and I don't do, but I do, I do spend a lot of time on videos. I spend a lot of time on my social media, posting messages and things like that. And I have appointments occasionally, right? Now, granted, and I am also in mission work, with a lot of the light workers. I'm a light worker. The groups that I, am with, in mission with, that takes a lot of time as well. It's, that and my business combined is almost like another full-time job. Granted, I don't have a family. I don't have a significant other. Um, but there is that ability to balance. So that might be what you're being called to do. I'm not trying, again, not trying to advocate somebody quit a job, but we're going to look into this in the extended and see what messages spirit has for you as far as how to get out of the cycle. You know, what direction you're being called, what work can you do to get this confidence. um, Maybe there's past life stuff or shadows that might shed some actual light on this. And yeah, we're going to take a look into this too. I'm going to probably pull some cards that maybe are career, spirit oriented, and we're just going to kind of see what comes out. So I hope you guys join me over there. And again, if this has not resonated, I highly suggest that you check out the other videos. And either way, I hope you have a beautiful month. I will see you guys next time.